Hi viewers, this is Thirmal, Commerce faculty from Hyderabad. Today I am going to explain how to write the journal entries. Right. So before knowing journal, we must know the rules of accounting. That rules are personal account, real account, and nominal account. And and which are assets, which are expenses, and which are incomes. So that is what we have to identify at the time of recording the transaction. See this journal pro forma, first date, particulars, and ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees. In the date column we have to write date. In the particulars column we have to write debit account and credit account. In the ledger folio, so that is a ledger, means that is a secondary book. Journal is a primary book, ledger is a secondary book. So we have to write page numbers, but we no need to consider about this column, right? Next, debit rupees and credit rupees. So every transaction has two aspects. One is a debit aspect, another one is credit aspect. Means one account is debited automatically, another account is to be credited, right? So for this we have to follow these rules of accounting, right? Personal account for the persons, real account for the assets, nominal account for expenses and losses, and incomes and gains. See the first transaction. First, 2010 January 1st, Mr. Mahesh started business with cash. See this, in this transaction cash involved, means cash is a asset. So we have to follow the rule of real account, that's clear. Next, Mahesh is a person, so we have to follow the rule of personal account, right? See this first, cash. So cash is a asset, so we have to follow the rule of real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So what means here? Asset. Asset comes into the business, that is to be debited. Asset goes out, that is to be credited. So in this transaction, cash comes into the business. So at the time of recording, we must assume the business organization is ours. So cash comes into the business. So that's why cash account is to be debited. Who is giving this cash? Mr. Mahesh. So Mahesh is a giver. See this personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Mahesh is a giver, so Mahesh account is to be credited. See this, in the journal, first we have to write date. In the date column we have to write first year. What is the year? Is given 2010. Next month, January 1st, right? So first we have to write a debit account. What is the debit account in this transaction? Mr. Mahesh started with business with cash, so cash account is to be debited. So that's why here cash account debit, means debtor, right? Cash account is to be debited. Next, we have to write credit account. So at the time of writing credit account, we have to give some space for the debit. See this, to Mr. Mahesh. Mahesh started business means who starts a business? That particular person is called as a owner. So owner invested amount is treated as capital. So that's why we have to write Mr. Mahesh capital account. That's it. See this journal entry, cash account debtor to Mr. Mahesh capital account. Cash account is to be debited because cash comes into the business. Next, Mr. Mahesh capital account is credited because Mahesh is giving. Mahesh is a giver. See this, how much cash comes into the business? 5,000. Cash account is debited with 5,000. At the same time, Mahesh capital account is credited with 5,000 rupees. That's it. So we have to give some explanation for this transaction. That explanation is called as a narration. So this narration starts with being Mr. Mahesh started business with cash. That's it. So we have to close this. See this. Right. Next, coming to second transaction, January 2nd, purchased goods for cash. Right, again cash involved, cash is a asset, so we have to follow the rule of real account. Next, purchased goods, it is a expenditure, it is a major expenditure to the business. All expenses will be debited, so purchase account is to be debited. But cash, so what is the rule? Real account, what comes in debit, what goes out credit. Here what goes out? Cash goes out from our business to the supplier. So here cash goes out. So that's why cash account is to be credited, purchase account is to be debited. See this, January 2nd, which account is debited first? Purchases account. See this, purchases account, debtor to cash account. Right, how much? 1000 rupees. Purchase account debited with 1000 rupees, cash account credited with 1000. That's it. We have to give some narration. Being purchased goods for cash. That's it. We have to close this. Okay. Next, coming to third, January 3rd, purchased goods from Suresh. So before the transaction is purchased goods for cash, means cash is given to the supplier, but now purchased goods from Suresh, means one person involved. Who is that? Suresh. So we have to follow the rule of personal account. He is a receiver or giver. If he is a receiver, his account is to be debited. If he is a giver, his account is to be credited. Say this, we purchased goods from Suresh, means Suresh is a giver because we are purchasing, means Suresh is giving goods to us. So Suresh is a giver, that's why Suresh account is to be credited. Purchased goods, it is an expenditure. All expenses will be debited as per the rule of nominal account. So purchase account debited. See this, purchases account, debtor to Suresh account. Purchase account debited because it is an expenditure. How much? 500 rupees. Same, Suresh account is credited with a 500 rupees. See this, we have to give some narration. So being purchased goods from Suresh. That's it. Okay, next, coming to fourth, January 4th. See this, sold goods to Naveen, rupees of 2000 rupees. Sold goods means sales. Sale of goods is a income. All incomes will be credited. It's clear. Sales account will be credited. In this transaction, one person involved. Who is that? Naveen. So just we have to observe, he is a receiver or giver. Sold goods to Naveen means Naveen is a receiver because we are selling to Naveen. So Naveen is receiving goods from us. So debit the receiver. So Naveen account is to be debited, sales account is to be credited. That's it. See this, first debit, Naveen account, debtor to sales account. How much? 2000 rupees. Naveen account is debited with 2000 rupees. Sales account is credited with 2000 rupees. Next we have to give narration that starts with being sold goods to Naveen. That's it. Sold goods to Naveen. Okay. Next, coming to 5th, January 5th. Purchased furniture, rupees of 2500. Furniture is a asset. So what rule we have to follow? We have to follow the rule of real account. What comes in debit, what goes out credit. Here what comes in? Furniture. Furniture comes into the business, right? So that's why furniture account is to be debited. At the time of purchasing the furniture, what we have to give? We have to give cash. So automatically cash goes out. In this transaction, both accounts are real accounts, right? Both are asset. One asset comes into the business, another asset goes out. What comes in? Furniture. What goes out? Cash. So furniture account is to be debited, cash account is to be credited. January 5th, see this, furniture account debtor to cash account, because furniture comes in, that's why it is to be debited. Cash goes out, that's why cash account is to be credited. So how much? 2500. 2500 in credit column. See this, being purchased furniture. That's it. Being purchased furniture. Next, coming to 6th, January 6th. See this, paid salaries. Salaries is one of the expenditure, right? So all expenses will be debited as per the rule of nominal account. So salaries account is to be debited. So at the time of paying salaries, cash goes out. Cash goes out from our business. When cash goes out, that will be credited. So cash account is to be credited, salaries account is to be debited. That's it. See this, salaries account debtor to cash account. How much? 1000 rupees. Salaries account debited with 1000, cash account credited with 1000 rupees. Next, see this narration, being paid salaries, right? Next, close. Coming to 7th, paid cash to Suresh. So in this, one person involved, one cash involved, means cash is a asset. So we have to follow the rule of personal account, at the same time real account. See this, first cash, we paid cash to Suresh. So as per the real account rule, what comes in debit, what goes out credit. Here what goes out? Cash. So cash account is to be credited. So right, next, Suresh is a person, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Suresh is a receiver, so automatically Suresh account is to be debited as per the rule of personal account. See this, in the date column, January 7th, Suresh account debtor to cash account. Suresh account is to be debited because Suresh is a receiver. Cash account is to be credited because cash goes out as per the rule of real account. See this, how much? 500 rupees. 500. Next, narration, being paid cash to Suresh. paid cash to Suresh. See this. Next January 8th. See this, January 8th, received cash. We received cash from Naveen, rupees of 1000. See this, in this transaction cash involved and person involved. Cash is a asset, Naveen is a person, so we have to follow the personal account at the same time real account rule. See this first, cash, we received cash means cash comes into the business, so automatically cash account is to be debited, it's clear. Next, who is giving that cash? Naveen, so automatically Naveen is a giver, Naveen account is to be credited as per the rule of personal account. That's it. See this, first debit account, cash account debtor to who is giving? Naveen. Naveen account rupees of 1000. Next 1000. That's it. See this narration, being received cash from Naveen. Okay, that's it. Next, coming to 9th, January 9th, paid cash into bank. Right, paid cash into bank, rupees of 1500. So cash is a asset, we have to follow the rule of real account. Bank is a person, we have to follow the rule of personal account. First see this, cash, we paid cash. Paid cash means cash goes out, so automatically cash account is to be credited. Next, we are paying, who is receiving? Bank. Bank is a person, as per the rule of personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Bank is a receiver, so that's why bank account is to be debited, cash account is to be credited. It's clear. See this, January 9th, bank account debtor to cash account. How much? 1500. See this narration, being paid cash into bank. Okay, next close this. Next, last transaction, January 10th. Okay, withdrawn cash from bank means we withdrawn cash from bank, means cash comes into the business. Cash is an asset, so what comes in? Cash comes into the business, so cash account is to be debited. It's clear. Who is giving that cash? Bank. Bank is a personal account, so bank is a person, so we have to follow the rule of personal account. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is giving? Bank, right? So automatically bank account is to be credited because bank is a giver. See this, cash account debtor to bank account. How much? 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees. See this narration, being withdrawn cash from bank. That's it. So every transaction is to be recorded like this with the help of these rules of accounting. So that's it. Thank you.